Okay, so for those of you that don't know, kind of having a concert for Rick, kind of a celebration for his life. You should stand right here. So Rick played bass with the Beautiful Trainwrecks, and that's not how I remember Rick. Rick, there are so many more levels to Rick than playing bass, even though he did a great job on Trainwrecks. So I'm just going to share a little bit about that. I was talking to Jenny earlier today, who's played with Rick before. He's played with a lot of people. Portland's a very incestuous city, so everyone kind of knows everybody in their band. So, needless to say, we were talking today, and a lot of people don't know kind of where it all started. So I'm going to tell a little bit about that. First of all, I met Rick in 1992, the fall of 1992 when I first went to the University of Oregon. And his first band after that was a band called the Four Skins. Yeah, that was, he didn't come up with that name. He played with them anyway. That was the same year that the Posies came to U of O. Rick had never heard the Posies before, and he was kind of blown away. And if you ever wrote an email to Rick, he's poseyboy@yahoo.com. So that was a really big influence on Rick. I played with Rick in around 1994. We played with Ellen Sterner, who was in the band called the Bet Mars, and she's gone on to other things in the local Portland community. We were kind of a pop punk kind of thing, which is totally different than what Rick has been doing lately. So we graduated, and then we formed a band called Asheville Eyes. It was kind of like a power pop thing. And Rick, it was pretty amazing playing with Rick. We did a lot of vocal harmony kind of stuff. We were the male Indigo Girls for a little while. Until we found a drummer. And unfortunately, the drummer that we had at the time was better known for his back parts than his actual drumming. It's true. So we eventually...
What are back parts?
You don't want to know. If anyone wants to know, you can talk to me later. He was a kind of a large, sweaty, hairy guy, and would go on the floor. Anyway, you don't want to know. Anyway, his name is Fred Muscat. Then we submitted, at the time we submitted a demo for the Mercury, and they told us power pop will never get you laid. It's true. I think around that time we met Paul. I don't even actually know if Paul was...
I actually recorded that.
Okay, yes, Paul recorded that demo with us. Now, Rick was a painter. Did anyone know that?
No.
Yeah. He painted on a canvas of music. Rick was really amazing at layering and texturing, and it started out in college. He did it with a 4-track. By the time I just came back from his house earlier today, he's got at least $20,000 worth of music equipment recording. It's pretty incredible. Rick's first song was Goodbye Granola Girl, which he played in college. But Rick has always done a really good job of giving his frustrations a melody. And that's what I know about Rick. He played really catchy choruses, really amazing lyrics. He had a couple about me, about some girls. He also, he worked for a company. Well, I probably can't say the name of the company, but it was a alarm company, and he wrote about that. He wrote about basically a lot of his frustrations, and it was pretty interesting because after I started playing with a different band after Rick, I was really confused because people were trying to ask me what, to play the tabs, and Rick never did that. Rick and I always kind of played by ear, so that was an interesting experience for me. Rick can pretty much play any song. And every time I played with Rick, I always learned something new. So it was pretty incredible. Rick went on 2000 to about 2003. He played with a band called Junior Phoenix. Jenny, who's at the door, used to play with that band. Jenny and I used to play in a band prior to that, and they kind of hooked up at one of our shows, and then Paul DeMichael was playing with Junior Phoenix until about 2003, and then came Cascade Crash, Palatine Hill, and now the beautiful Trainwrecks. So, Hit Assembly was in there as well.
James Whalen. Yeah, I didn't forget you.
Sweet beard, dude.
It's a great beard.
So if everyone can kind of just give a big round of applause for Rick. We all love him.